Hey, yeah, I'm heading to the hardware store. I gotta pick up some nuts and bolts. Yeah.
Whoa.
I wish I didn't marry you. You're so lazy.
Oh, what? So you don't love me?
I'd love you if you would help me with the dishes.
Well, you have to love me. You're married to me.
I wish I never married you because you're so lazy.
Oh, what? So you don't love me?
I would if you did the dishes.
Well, you have to love me. You married me.
Kevin, will you pour some drinks for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Here you go, Shane. How was your day?
Good.
What did you learn?
Math.
Math? How was it?
Fun.
Fun? That's cool. What are you doing?
Dad did it, so why can't I?
Like father, like son.
This is what you're teaching our son.
What? Come on.
Yo, Dad, are you gonna put your seatbelt on?
I don't need to.
All right, Jane, adjust your seat. You want to be close enough that your arms are relaxed when they're on the wheel. Then you're going to fix your mirrors. And you can start the car. Now, before we get going, make sure you put your seatbelt on.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. You should always wear it when you drive. I'm guessing your parents don't make you wear it.
Yeah, not my dad. He doesn't really care.
Make sure you have it on every time you drive.
Our goal this year and for future years is to reach out to the parents. While we will continue to educate our students in school, we feel like our parents really need to understand the influences that they have on their children behind the wheel.
In my truck, I put on my seatbelt, my son puts it on. Why? Because I did it, The other day, my phone went off. A text, I pulled over to the side of the road to answer it. Yeah, I hope one day that he follows the same traits that I did, He'll get a text one day and remember that Dad did it at one time, let me pull over and answer it, and then drive again.
I picked up always putting on my seatbelt before I start driving. From me, my lead foot, and from my husband, he's a much better driver than I. So, and Shannon does pretty good. So I think maybe good driving habits are from him.
Speeding, that's from my dad. Road rage, definitely from my mom. I don't wear my seatbelt too much either. That's probably from my dad.
Well, my daughter got worst driver in high school. I didn't get my license till I was 39. So I don't think she picked up any habits from me. Well, maybe she did because I wasn't a good driver and neither is she. We run over curbs a lot. So we have a lot of flat tires in our family. And my son, he's a pretty good driver. And my husband's a pretty good driver. So I say they two are good. My daughter and I are bad. But one of the things with my husband and my son is they only back into parking spaces. They never pull in, even in the driveway at home. Every car has to be backed in.
I think speeding is definitely one. I think I get that from both my parents. Road rage is definitely another one, more so from my dad, but my mom gets a little mad behind the wheel sometimes. And putting my seatbelt on is just like a natural habit. Do it all the time.
I guess seatbelt and staying off the phone. There we go.
I believe that I picked up habits from my mom. Number one would be I drive fast. Number two, sometimes I forget to put my seatbelt on. And number three, a good thing is that I'm aware of my surroundings.
So let's see. My husband says I drive fast, but I'm always within the speed limit, I think. And I think Rosie drives fast, so she probably took after me on that a little bit. Seatbelt, I'm not that good on seatbelt when I'm in town, but when I go out long, I always have a seatbelt.
If children see their parents doing things such as speeding, talking on their phone, or paying more attention to the radio than the road, they are going to pick up on these bad habits. But if the students see their parents wearing seatbelts, following the speed limit, and doing good habits, they're going to pick up on those.
After working as a police officer here for 15, 16 years, the parents that I used to pull over when I was a rookie, I'm now pulling their kids over for the same thing.
Ways that we've been able to reach out to parents this year is our Share the Keys event, pledge boxes in town, fun fact flyers, and National Night Out.
According to the statistics from the New Jersey Department of Motor Vehicles, a teenage driver crashes every 10 minutes in New Jersey. In an effort to try and reduce that number, the Safe Driving Club at Hammonton High School hosted the Share the Keys event on Wednesday, January 28th at 7 o'clock. The event invited students to bring their parents for an informative and interactive presentation about the dangers of distracted driving. Over 50 people attended and shared what they had learned.
So what we did was to actually reach further into the community. We did a Share the Keys. So with the Share the Keys, we had students bringing their parents, and they just kind of learned about distracted driving in general. But to get further than distracted driving, like through the students, we tried to do like a community outreach. So to get more people, we did like a pledge box, and we had the pledge boxes set up in different areas in the community that people tend to go to. And basically they're just pledging to drive safely.
It really brought a lot of awareness to how scary driving can be as a teen, because you really don't think about the reality of it, but it really can happen to you, and it doesn't seem like it could really come true, but it's good to know that it can happen so you can prevent it.
I became more aware that the texting and driving is, I guess common amongst the kids. I feel that a lot of teens are distracted, and I feel that it's a good rule that only one child should be in the car with her at a time.
I think it's very essential to have these programs in schools, because every student through our school is going to drive eventually, and if we're not giving them the tools and resources to be a safe driver, then they're not going to really get them at all. So it's important for us as teachers to pull them in, pull the parents in, and teach them safe habits they can use on the road, as well as communication skills along with the parents, because they are big role models and a big part of the students beginning to drive.
As parents, sometimes we wonder if we make the right decisions when we teach our kids. But at PAD, we have a couple tools that can help you make the right decisions. One of them is Drive Behind. It's a phone app, and what it does, it doesn't shut the phone down, because most kids don't like to have their phone shut down. Drive Behind just rewards you for driving right and driving responsibly. So say if you're a parent and you tell your kids you're going to drive 100 miles and you'll give them a tank of gas, or 500 miles and we'll give you a year's worth of car insurance. There's all sorts of incentives you can do. Even the Texas Roadhouse comes in, and if you drive 100 miles, you get a free appetizer at the Texas Roadhouse. The other tool we have is Uber. Uber is a taxi-based service. You just have to tell your kids if they're out anytime and they decide that their designated driver isn't the right thing to do, isn't the right person to drive them home because they don't feel safe. All they do is call Uber and just say PAD. And it can be anything, anytime. It can be in the morning, it can be night, it can be at a prom party, it can be at a school dance, it can be at in the summertime, it can be anywhere. And it's for anybody in the United States to use. Just call Uber and say PAD, and they'll come pick you up for free and take you home.